Bones, what is going on, y'all? I hope y'all are in good health in this wonderful holiday season. For those who don't know me, I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this amazing studio, the Jaren Emliger Studio. Here's another TikTok challenge, y'all. Pentatonix and the account They Have the Range made a TikTok challenge for the Joyful, the Jasmine Sullivan one. And of course, everyone's duetting this video, so I thought I'd get on here and kind of show y'all some of the ones that stuck out to me. There are so many good ones, but I wanted to just pick a few that I enjoy for myself, you know? So because of the brevity of these videos, I'm going to let the video play in full instead of stopping and starting in each one and then talk about what happened after the video's played. Like I've done in the past TikTok videos I've done on YouTube. And because everybody's name is so different on TikTok, I don't want to butcher anybody's name. So what I'll do this time again is put their name under the video that I play here on the side, and their TikTok profiles will be added below in the description. So let's do it, y'all. Here is a Joyful slash Sister Act 2 challenge from Pentatonix and They Have the Range on TikTok.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Healthy as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, dry the dark down away. Give her all the more gladness. Fill us with the light, oh, fill us with the light. Fill us with the light of day.
I always love how she controls the nuances in her voice. You can hear a little bit of aspiration, a little bit of breathiness in her voice, but you can also hear her pick it up and change it to more of like a thick fold kind of sound, a more chesty sound, but still her voice has such a light, almost Disney princessy meets soul type of voice. Like her voice is so clear. It's almost like her larynx is up a little bit, but her vocal tract is open and everything is just kind of just positioned so nicely up in here. And even how she uses her vowels are kind of more rounded. They're not really spread or wide, they're a little more rounded. And I feel like that kind of gives her that wholeness, that warmth, that bright, high warmth that we hear in her voice. And then again, she kind of did a little bit of play with the vocal tract shape of give of, and then she popped up be more to gladness. So she used the chest voice, popped to the head voice, or the thick fold to thin fold, more to gladness. And she really played with the chordal structures of the song in that she arpeggiated kind of the chords and played with the scales and the music theory behind the song.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Healthy as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Give up immortal gladness. Fill us with the light. Fill us with the light. Oh, fill us with the light all day.
Liked his voice here. I really enjoyed how he approached this. Number one, he up there, joyful, joyful Lord. And he has a chesty, thick sound here. So clearly he's using his chest voice, at least I think so, right here, you know, and he's really kind of making it kind of a thicker sound right here. And I really enjoy that. I also like how he uses aspiration to kind of use some glissandos. Give up, or whatever part he used a glissando on. I really like that he used those aspect glissandos while he was doing that. And I love that he's doing it his way. He didn't try to do necessarily like a Lauryn Hill version or a Jasmine Sullivan version, because those are both very iconic in their own ways, especially Lauryn Hill version. That's kind of the one we all know. But I love how he kind of finessed it and gave it his own twist and its own life in his way. And I love Melt the Clouds of. That little throw right there was so nice. And then on Drive the Dark of Doubt Away, I like how he ended that arpeggio or that descending run. It was kind of like drive the dark of doubt away. That little note at the end. Really nice. It fits in with music theory and the musicality or the chordal structures of these chords that Pentatonix is singing. It fits within that.
Y'all, it's been so long since I did a singing duet. Ain't that crazy? Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfolded like flowers before thee. Hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness. See, fill us with the light. Fill us with the light. Oh, fill us with the light of day. Joyful, joyful Lord.
What I enjoy about her voice is that she gives herself 100% each time she sings. She really played with the octaves. Yeah, giver of emo. But I like how she played with the octaves. It kind of went down and played with the chordal structures. It kind of played with the speed of the runs. They're almost like dictated arpeggios and how she did some of those things. And then how she kind of went up at the end and kind of drove it home right there. I love that approach and how she kind of played with the different octaves and things like that. And I just love her so much. I love her so much.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts of fire like flowers before thee. Hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness. Fill us with the light. Fill us with the light. Oh, fill us with the light of day.
What I love about his approach is that it was so light the whole time, almost like a flute. Ooh. Like just how he kind of moved, it was almost like a wind instrument. And you can tell, and I also know him and I follow him, you can tell that he has an elevated level of musicality. He's using a lot of jazz nuances and jazz aural things in his runs and really playing like an instrument. And I know he plays the piano, so it's almost like he's moving his voice kind of like that. He reminds me of Twiggy Clark in many ways, and how he approaches the vocal lines and nuances and runs, and how he can shape these runs almost like a piano or an instrument would. You know, they're kind of different than just a singer doing, you know, runs. You can tell that there's intentionality in his leaps and his arpeggios and his ascending runs, descending runs, and that's the thing I love about it. And he kind of kept a breathiness throughout the entire thing. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. And I'm not singing it like him, but I'm trying to show you kind of the legato, the smoothness, the connectivity he had in his musicality. Really good.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with light. Fill us with light. Oh, fill us with light of day.
I'm gonna date myself when I say this statement, but I was very little, but I remember. Does anybody know about the show Roundhouse on Nickelodeon? Down at the Roundhouse, I can go down. I know I can go down to where the music and the fun never ends. That's why the music is playing. You know what I'm saying? I know that I can find a friend. Down at the Roundhouse. Do y'all remember that show? She reminds me of Crystal Lewis from that show. Crystal Lewis was the other soloist who sung on Lean On Me with Kirk Franklin. She reminds me of her so bad, and I love just the raw, kind of natural talent that she has when she sings. She's not trying to put on any air. She's just kind of just singing the song, and I really love that. And I really love kind of the more holistic approach she had to her voice in this.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with light. Fill us with the light. Lord, I need you to fill us with the light of day.
Man, she just kind of gutted that whole thing. You can tell in her body, she was just kind of joyful, joyful, Lord. And she really used those breathing muscles to really support what she was doing in this song right here. And I love her vibrato, kind of the tone, the timbre, the mix of it. And I love how she used a little nasality. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee. And she is sitting in the car. It's hard to sing in the car, in my opinion. Like, it's hard to kind of get that kind of power in the car for me. And she just sitting there in that driver's seat like, well, I'm about to sing this. And I love how she used those vowel sounds to kind of migrate them and kind of play with them a little bit. We adore thee. she also kind of was lax with some of the consonants a little bit. She didn't say all of the ending consonants and things like that, but it really worked for this approach and this presentation, you know? If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below, then click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, happy holidays, wonderful Christmas, and a happy, happy New Year.